with the racism, Tim Ryan, the sports analyst for the San Francisco 49ers. Well, first, I have to apologize to the 49ers fans. Said you guys would go 0-3, and y'all smacked the Packers. So, congrats. Got to apologize there. Still think you're going to end up 11-5. Well, anyway, so Tim Ryan, sports analyst on the radio for the San Francisco 49ers. He says Lamar Jackson is so good at making handoffs in the play action game because his dark skin is easier to hide the football with.
Damn.
I can't even say this without laughing. And it's just like, shout out to them for like swiftly firing this dude because obviously like he just had one of those racist brain farts. Because like usually racist people are so good at just like keeping it to themselves. And then at one time, he probably smoked a little weed before that day and it just slipped out. And it's just like, how do you even say something like that and like think that's gonna go over well? I heard like everybody that was on the show with him just like got quiet for like a whole beat.
Well, if you watch the clip, he was just so proud of himself. He's like, "This is a hot take. No one's ever thought of this before." No one's ever thought of this before because it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. If it was true, then that would mean the Cleveland Browns would be camouflaged and therefore would be very good, or the Jets because they look like the field and then the chalk. They would be great, but they both suck. So it's just like, what are you talking about?
But I will say this, he kind of right.
No, he is not. Shut up.
That is not indoor.
Wait, hold up. Wait, did he get fired? I thought he just got suspended.
No, he got fired, bro.
Development, because at first, like, people were upset because he didn't get fired.
Yeah, they didn't fire him at first, and then they fired him.
Yeah, so there you go.
Hey, I'm just saying, Lamar got an advantage, man. And so me and Eric...
being good.
Right, running a 4-3. But me and Eric realized, so that's why they wouldn't let black dudes play quarterback for like the first 30, 40 years, man. Like, they had to wait until we had like these HD cameras and all this technology to make sure there wasn't no voodoo going on. So I get it. It's all good. But hey, we dominate now, so it's all good. But then it's just like, so what's Russell Wilson's excuse? He kind of light-skinned, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so what's his advantage? I don't know, Tim Ryan. Hey, but shout out. You were a funny moment that got me through this week, so I love Tim Ryan. How do you guys feel?
You can go first, Russ.
Shout out to the people that got quiet, and because they could have played right into it and be like, no, you're right. That boy dark as hell, But they didn't. They were just like, no, we're not staying.
No, they started thinking about their mortgage. They started thinking about their mortgage. They was like, no, we're not talking about this.
I have bills.
I'm not stepping in that landmine.
I got braces to pay for. Kids are sending to college.
Nah, bro.
I know we're called the 49ers, but we don't need to have thoughts and opinions that were from 1949.
Oh my God, bro.
It's also one of those things like you could see white people's racism develop. First, it was Rush Limbaugh being like, "Oh, blacks aren't intelligent enough to make the decisions to be the right quarterbacks." And now it's like, yeah, you guys are good, but you have this unfair advantage because you guys look like the football. It's just like you see how white people are really progressing in their racism, and it's great. We're really learning. I'm proud.
Before we move off of this topic, can we break that joint down? That man said you look like you basically look like the football.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What does that mean? Like Trump would have an advantage at basketball because he matches the ball? It's like so stupid.
But I just had to think about it a little while because I didn't believe this happened at first. I was like, this is a Chappelle Show sketch. This is a Chappelle Show sketch, bro. The racist announcer.
Things people say in 2019.
Dog, I think he was drunk. He had to be drunk.
Well, I'll give him credit. He definitely didn't say, I don't see color. He didn't go that direction. He was like, no, the colors match and it's not fair.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this has to be, it's cool to see people get weeded out by themselves. This is the Darwin Award.
Natural selection, baby.
Yeah, natural selection. You're out.
Yeah. On that note, Eric, what's your bronze?
Let's watch the white guy step into a landmine. No.